Hey, what's up guys? It's Corey here with Dapper Dollars, and today we're going to talk about using Procreate to create stickers and t-shirts for Redbubble and Amazon. You ready? Let's get started. So this channel is all about using print-on-demand platforms like Redbubble, Merch by Amazon, Etsy, and things like that to create passive income for ourselves and to invest this income in things like stocks, real estate, and the like to create financial freedom for ourselves and our families in the future. If that sounds like something you're interested in, like and subscribe, and let's get started. So, Procreate is all the buzz for most artists who are wanting to create stuff digitally for things like Redbubble and Amazon and things like that. And so, this year presented a great opportunity because a fourth generation iPad came out. That means that the third generation was obsolete, and it went on sale in many places. B&H actually put it on sale, I think, for close to $980, and I picked one up. So, bam! Apple iPad Generation 3. Got myself the... watch me break this thing as I do the video. Anyway, yeah. iPad 3, Magic Keyboard, Apple Pencil, the works, I think, all out the door, taxes and everything. This was around $1,500, so I think it's a great investment just because I'm going to be able to use it as a tax write-off, number one, and also I'm going to get a ton of use out of it to create products that I won't have to purchase vector packs for anymore. So instead of buying vector packs for artwork that I need, I can actually create the artwork myself on Procreate. Now, this is pretty bulky, and let me show you what I was working with before. This is the Microsoft Surface Go, and you know, it's okay. I mean, it got the job done, had the pencil and everything, and I used it with Photoshop, but it did not have the same feel that this did. It is a night and day difference just because, close your ears if you're not a Mac fan, but anything Windows is basically the same thing as the iPhone 1. That's where it's stuck at. Anything Apple, if you can't tell I'm an Apple fan, anything Apple is done very well, and any apps that really work well with the iPads and things like that are also done really well, which is why we're talking about Procreate. Because Procreate is an amazing tool if you are someone who wants to create their own artwork to sell on Redbubble and Amazon and things like that. It is insanely helpful, and I'll put up some artwork over here about the way that it makes a decent artist great. And I definitely understand that because I am what you would call a decent artist. I am not by any means a prolific artist. I do want to get there, which is why, taking up the challenge to draw something for 20 minutes every day for the next year, because that's how most people get better at something, is by actually doing it. So anyway, Procreate for the iPad. What is it like? How can you use it to make stickers for Redbubble? And is it worth it? Because it is, I think, a $10 app that you can buy on the iPad, and you use the iPad to draw with it. First of all, it gives you amazing benefits. Like I said, it makes a decent artist great because it does things like smooth your lines, not auto color fill, but makes color fill much easier. It's just like a drag and drop color fill. As long as all of your lines are connected and you drag a color in there, it auto fills a color. Instead of with this Surface Go, I was having to go in and do the outline of the shape that I wanted to color in, go back in and color it like that. So it actually made it much faster for me to work on a desktop. But with the Procreate app with the iPad, it makes it so much more efficient to just drag and drop a color, fill it in, and I can knock out a design pretty quickly. And it is a huge help whenever I'm doing things like that. Procreate, although does not have text, if you have text you want to add to a design, you need to make that in Photoshop. So what I've done is I will create the artwork in Procreate, and then I will take that artwork and export it into Photoshop to finish my design process for t-shirts and things like that. Unless it's, the carrot deadlifting or like the broccoli thing squatting, those can just be regular stickers. I don't have to have, there wasn't really a saying that was going with those. It was just, art for the sake of art. And that is what is important about this. Whenever you design on Procreate and things like that, you are getting an artistic touch. And once you build a following on Redbubble, people will pay for this artistic touch. It is something that is unique, and the novelty of what you're providing to these people is something that is going to be valuable to them, and they're going to spend money on it. So I would definitely encourage you, if you are an artist, or if you're, art interested, to get this iPad if you're able, or get a lower version of it. I don't know exactly what the specs are for Procreate and the Apple Pencils and things like that, but I would encourage you to go ahead and do it. And honestly, if I were you, I would get the largest version possible. I got this and I was like, this is freaking huge. I don't know what I'm going to be able to do with this. This is basically a laptop, and it is basically a laptop. It's really helped out. But the larger screen size does do a great job to give me more ability to make broader brush strokes, because with this, whenever I would try to draw with it, guess what? You make like one stroke and then now you're all out of space. So you would have to zoom out, and then it gets harder and it's just more difficult. So if you have the option, get the larger version of the iPad, the 12.9 inch. Definitely worth it, because it is going to be something that is very helpful. And so, like we've said, it makes a decent artist great, the Procreate app, and these stickers that you're able to create are very unique, and you're going to be able to create more things that you're not going to have to spend money on vector packs and things like that. You're just going to be able to create your own art, because if you're designing in shirts and things like that, you're going to know like the best vector art that you want in there. And yes, sometimes it's going to take more effort to create this vector art. Like let's say you want an etching of a cow or something. You're going to actually be able to create that, and it's going to make you a better artist for it. And number one, you're going to have complete owner's rights to that artwork, and you're going to be able to reuse it over and over, because you're going to have created it once, and then you can just put it on a whole bunch of different things. And I'll put I put this into practice yesterday. I created an autism design, and I'll put that over here. And it's just like a simple light bulb. It took me maybe 5 minutes to do this light bulb, and I feel like it added a lot to the design, because it is something unique, and it's not the generic vector art that you would have gotten from those like Vector Studios and things like that. And it enhances everything. It just puts you on another level to be a better designer. Hey guys, I try not to do the multiple take kind of things, and usually everything is done in one smooth take, if you can't tell with most of my videos, but I feel like this is worth sharing, because it is going to help you to decide what you actually need to create for Redbubble. And what I would suggest is that you just start creating anything you see in real life to get practice with Procreate. So what that means, or what I suggest and what I've been doing, is look at things around the house. There's a lighter sitting on my fireplace, so I would write that or draw that and make it into a cartoon and things like that. There are candles over there, like just draw my version of what this candle is, cartoon version, stylistic version, anything like that, just to get practice and put this stuff on Redbubble. Because your artwork is novelty. It is something that no one else can create, and people are willing to pay for it. And if you find the right keywords for it, then you'll find an audience. But so I would suggest doing that just to get practice with it. And while you're doing that, keep an eye out for stuff that is growing in popularity. Scrunchies grew in popularity on Redbubble, like scrunchie stickers and whatnot, because someone just noticed that a lot of people were wearing scrunchies, and that was like a lifestyle thing for college kids and things like that. So in your life, look for things that people that they're moving towards. It's becoming a trend, and people are picking up this thing. Like sunglasses. If you notice that there are a lot of people who are rocking the 80s style sunglasses that are like big and massive, and it's just like a color gradient across the glasses, and it's just one single lens. So things like this would likely sell really well if you just made it into a sticker and just put it out there for, like, I don't know, retro 80s bros glasses or something like that. Anyway, just do your own version of those glasses, and I have a feeling those would likely sell if you find the right keywords to put it in front of the right people. But anyway, I just wanted to make this short little clip just to give you inspiration on what you can be drawing right now in Procreate, and what you need to keep your eye out for things like that in this season. Anyway, back to the video. So Procreate, I would definitely suggest using this for Redbubble. It's going to make you a better artist. But if you are new to this, you do need to find artists that you can follow, and I would certainly not follow me as far as being an artist or as an artist on Procreate and things like that. I do my best, but I'm not really at the level of other people who are professional cartoonists and things like that that are on YouTube. So the first person I would look up is BJ Dell, and he has a YouTube channel called Let's Draw with BJ Dell. And what he does, he's a professional cartoonist, and he does a great job of explaining how Procreate works and how to create or how to do the best that you can with Procreate and things like that. But I would not stop there. I would go to other people, because that's what I do. I do not just look at what BJ does exclusively and follow him, because you'll find that if you are using Procreate, the Procreate app with the iPad to produce stuff on Redbubble, that it's going, if you follow one person, you're going to wind up making art that looks like their art. So if you get the Procreate app and you start drawing, make sure to follow a bunch of different people, not just to vary your artistic style, but to see what Procreate is fully capable of, because a lot of people who are effective artists just have a few tools in their toolbox that they know how to use really well. So in the beginning, you need to look at a bunch of different people to see who uses which tools well, who you can learn from, what you can take from to actually glean from their knowledge, and put together your own artistic style of what you know is capable in Procreate. Because the last thing you want to do is buy this iPad for $1,400 potentially and only have 3 settings that you use. If you're really good at those 3 settings and they make you money, that's one thing. But if you're only using 3 settings and you're making mediocre amounts of money and you're not really getting the best artistic style out of it, that is a waste of money, and please do not do that. So that is my approach to Procreate. I'm getting started with it, and I expect to put a whole lot more art up, and I can't wait to share that with you guys. I would definitely encourage you to get it, like I said, if you can afford it. But if you can't, then just keep grinding until you can afford it, because remember, it is a business expense. Anything you make with Redbubble, Amazon, TeePublic, Etsy, anything like that, the profit you make from that can be used to purchase this and use it as a tax write-off. Yes, you'll not have that money anymore, but you will have something like this that you can use for years and years and years to come to potentially make you a whole lot more money. So that's all I've got to say. I hope you guys are having a great week, and I can't wait to see you next week. I hope you have a great weekend, and remember, someone's going to do something amazing every day, guys. Why not you? See ya.